My name is Rob, and I play Achilles Crowfang, the Artificer Armorer.
Hi, my name's Pat, and I play Hajime no Mafuka, the Battlesmith Artificer.
Hi, my name is Jade. I'm playing Isabel Simonson, the Tabaxi Monk.
This is Ricky. I play Verna Ziert, the High Elf Fighter.
Hi, this is Chris. I'm playing Waylon Gradius, the Tortle Barbarian.
And I am your friendly game master, Mitch. I'm playing literally everything else, including the disembodied voice of Woodrow through his journals. When we last left our intrepid adventurers, Verna came face to face with her family's mortality again, but she's accepted it this time, I think. Isabel, being the caring friend, had a lovely character moment with her, helping her sift through the feelings and, traverse the downed ship. Wayland and Achilles managed to get into the... My brain is not braining. What's the word here, Rob?
Bridge.
Thank you. They managed to get into the bridge. Justin, you can cut that to make me not sound like an idiot.
Don't cut it. Let him sound dumb.
Sorry, Mitch. It's Zach editing this one, and we're definitely leaving it in. Now back to our scheduled show.
And Hajime got into Woodrow's personal cabin, found his journals, and discovered the reason the ship is crashed and ancient is because, due to the explosion after the Blackwood attack, the ship was propelled through time. We now gain a little bit of insight and rejoin our heroes. Hajime, how you doing?
Vocally put the word into quotation marks in such a powerful way. Well, thanks for that. Heroes, that is.
Yeah,
that was pretty sus.
But you're asking what Hajime's doing, as you usually do. He is probably brain bleeding right now, just trying to comprehend what happened. But I think he's more concerned as to who the hell stole his idea for William.
Okay. All right. I mean, we can go over that. You can try to get to the ship's laboratory, your old headquarters, if you would like.
No, Hajime will let it sit and burn. Right now, there's more important things to worry about. Like, okay. I believe the last thing we read was the Blackwoods are still active.
The Blackwoods are alive, and they are angry.
Yeah, those words.
Yes.
I believe at that point I had Wayland and Achilles in the room with me too.
Now, granted, based on the updated timestamp in the journal itself, that was about 500 years ago.
How long do these Blackwoods maintain?
That is an incredibly good question that we never tested.
They are run off a combination of nuclear energy and solar power. So, theoretically, indefinitely.
Yeah, what he said, but it came out of my mouth.
All right.
Yeah, plus, oil doesn't really go bad after 500 years if you keep it sealed. So if the Blackwoods did leave and they were of mind enough... this is the weirdest conversation. If they were of mind enough to bring with them some supplies, they might still be functional to this day.
You can't tell me they don't have some arthritis or something by now.
It's a good thing to have dreams.
They could be self-modified at this point. You don't know.
This is why William doesn't have a personal processing core like regular artificial intelligence. Last thing I need is it realizing it's better than me.
Yeah, hymns know, obey, and bark.
For all you know, Verna's Blackwood has gone full evolution and turned into a crab.
Carcinization. I thought you said that word, but it's close enough.
So yeah, what would the three of you like to do? Do you want to try to, you're going to look for more journals? Do you want to try to figure out where, the people on this ship have gone? Check out laboratories, see if about raiding an armory, maybe.
I'm going to look at the armory, because my lab was on the back half of the ship. So,
as far as you can tell, there's currently no back half of the ship.
Yeah, so I'm gonna scope out for I'm gonna scope out for possibly where the sentient Blackwoods may have scavenged things off of this ship.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you give like a little personal drone, or you want to try to access one from the ships, maybe?
I will.
Something to get like aerial view. Do you want to like just start searching halls?
Because I don't want to plug into the ship if I don't have to, because that seems dangerous. I'm gonna go down towards like the back end of the ship where I know some of the bays were at one point.
All right.
And I'm just gonna start kind of doing my own investigation.
All right.
And I'll kind of look back at Wayland and Hajime and be like, I'm gonna go see what may have been salvaged, if the Blackwood's salvaged. I don't know how mentally capable they are. You guys probably should look for either Hajime's lab or I guess more journal entries to figure out what the hell's been going on here.
My lab just sounds like a good idea. Plus, I want to go check on something.
Cool. So Achilles will head out and head towards the back of the ship and try to see if it looks like any giant robots salvaged anything off this hunk of junk.
All right. While you're traveling in that direction, do me a favor and just roll. Give me a percentile, please.
Percentile? Okie dokie. Yeah. 5.
Okay. So going through, you notice it looks like people after the crash did spend some time living in this ship. Just making your way down through. At one point you get jump scared. Some sort of rodent-y thing runs past you. Disappears back into the shadows.
Yeah, he jumps, his armor covers him completely, and then it goes back to being just like the lower half, like he normally walks around.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks around to make sure that nobody saw it.
Yeah. It looks like people have left. There's makeshift structures for people that didn't have living quarters that were intact anymore, set up in like some of the openings and stuff. There is a large set of like tents and supplies and shit down in the bay that you make it to. This would have been Bay 2, where Isabel and Verna's Blackwoods were kept.
All right. I guess I'll kind of do a walk around and see if any of the additional like parts and repair materials, things that we'd normally keep with the Blackwoods to repair them in our downtime. I want to see if any of that is missing, or if not, I'm probably gonna suggest that we take some of this back with us.
Cool. It looks like the 2 generators that would be used to like refuel while not attracting solar energy, they would be there. They're missing. Looks like they've been missing for a while.
Oh, good.
And you will also note most of the human-sized tools have been like taken. There's a few Blackwood specific tools, like things that are only designed for like certain components on the Blackwoods are still in place.
Yeah. Okay.
And you will take special note, every single Blackwood weapon is missing from these 2 bays.
Huh. Well, oh man. Okay. That's not good. Okay. I guess I don't know if there's anything else in the bays that I'm really looking for. No, I can't say I will. So I'll radio to the group. And just be like, so found where Verna's and Isabel's Blackwoods were normally kept, and all the human tool, like the people-sized tools, are gone. That doesn't concern me as much as the fact that all of our Blackwood-sized weapons are gone. So, let that marinate.
Somewhere out there's a bird with a giant sword, and that's not good.
Lovely.
Yeah, I guess I'll spend some time just gathering some stuff together. Stuff that we can take back to the encampment for whenever we leave the wreck.
All right.
Y'all, I'm worried. My Blackwood is badass. I'm pretty worried about it.
It's not the technology, it's the driver.
It's
Dang
also the
straight.
technology. A giant sword's a giant sword.
Yeah, like a giant sword's giant sword, and I'm only so tall.
I'm be
So-
real, mine shoots lightning. Not good.
So does that mean there's 4 Blackwoods out there roaming around?
Yeah,
One for each of you
theoretically.
guys?
4 or 5.
Did we ever try touching our daggers together to make one big giant fighter?
Oh, come on now.
We
This
haven't tried
can't
it
be
yet.
That.
We're gonna
What
try.
are the odds?
When we get back together, we're trying that.
No, I'm not touching daggers with any of you. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Come on,
Enough
Hajime,
of this
just a tip.
conversation.
Anyway, we've been together
Alright.
this long. Come on.
Yeah. So, who's next?
I think Verna and Isabel would head back to where the majority of the group is.
All right.
Where
Yeah.
Wayland and Hutch.
One of you lovely ladies, please give me a percentile.
Okay. For some reason,
Yeah.
percentile is the scariest thing to tell someone to roll. I don't know what it is.
100%, absolutely the scariest thing you can have. someone roll.
7.
Cool. Making your way through, you do take a little more notice now. There's big gaping holes in the side of the ship in some places. Looks like there were people that were living in like open corridors, stuff like that. It doesn't look like there's a lot of personal effects left behind, so the society is definitely spread out from here.
Wonder where they all fucked off to. I wonder if any of them have ancestors that are still alive.
Or they could all be dead.
Or they could all be dead.
Yeah, I mean we ain't seen anybody, so I'm thinking maybe everybody's dead.
Oh, maybe they all went native and now they're like a cannibal
I
tribe.
hope. That, well,
Ooh.
there's only so many of them. Like, it's hard to be a cannibal tribe if you don't have enough outside influence.
All right, maybe they're a cannibal tribe that identifies as animals.
Cannibals.
God. Wayland, who let you on this channel?
I mean, you might be able to find some sort of medical headquarters you could possibly get some information from.
Yeah.
I just had a great
Yeah, I
idea,
guess that was on
Isabel.
this
You
part
want
of
to
the
check out Medbay?
I guess that was on this part of the ship.
Yeah, the large infirmary was.
Yeah, what part of the ship exploded when Hajime exploded the ship?
At the
My
back
half.
half.
Most of the back end, yeah.
Okay.
where my workshop and Wayland's engine room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Nope, this is the front
Honestly,
half
I'm
of
not
the
even
ship.
100% certain like what work I did in my lab. I just know I
I
did
think
work.
you were in there, so no one bothered you. You didn't
You
do
were
real
in
work.
charge of like general controls. You made
Oh,
you
man,
made sure like
that tracks.
you made sure like the elevators function, the gravity would turn on and off when it was supposed to. You dealt with refueling issues. General outside the box problem solving stuff.
Oh man, that means it was my programming that was hacked that sent Verna's family into space. Unfortunate. Achilles is going to keep that to himself.
It's a good thing she's not listening.
Yeah, Achilles is absolutely keeping that one to himself as he realizes that Bunny hacked his systems, arguably first.
That was an
There.
inside thought.
If it makes you feel better,
Yeah,
there was a version of this story that I've written out that the vending machine was going to be the big bad.
That's
Oh no.
that's hilarious. I'm kind of sad we didn't get that version.
No, we spaced that
Cue the
bitch.
Benny Hill theme song. Let's go.
I mean, I thought
Yeah,
better
no,
of it. It was very much a that would be kind of funny for a season 2.
Yeah, Achilles is going to activate his legendary ability, pack it down, and never open that box.
Until it becomes a stomach ulcer.
Exactly.
All right. So, are you guys going to try to get to like a headquarters, like the medical
Yes.
center?
Yeah, we're going to medic.
Yep.
So you guys managed to, you're crawling through tunnels and shit. Takes you a little while trying to get from where you were to where this was because you didn't take the most optimal route.
We didn't think about it, all right?
Not knowing what was still intact and whatnot. You were being careful with it. And eventually you guys get there, and you were met by the closed doors of the medical center.
Verna's gonna try to open them.
All right, roll. How are you trying to open them?
Well, how would you normally? Do they have handles?
No.
Or is it a code?
Typically, they're powered and slide open and close like
Okay, so they're
Yeah.
dead and closed.
Is there
Yes.
anything crowbar
Okay.
shaped in the room?
They are proximity automated pneumatics.
A great axe is sort of like a crowbar.
Sure. You're not wrong.
I don't know this is happening. I don't know this is happening.
Anything's a crowbar with the proper application of strength.
All right, so Vern's gonna put her suit on, and the great axe comes out, and she's actually gonna try to do is wedge the blade of the great axe into the door and try to pry it open a little bit that way.
Okay. Roll for strength.
Ah, yeah. Okay, hold on. Bam. Oh no, it's a 7.
So you managed to get your axe into the door, but like that's as far as you managed to go.
Isabel, I don't think we're ever getting this door open.
Get your axe back in there. I'll give it a little shove with you, and I'm going to give the help action to give her a second roll.
It's a 14.
That'll make it. I mean, you managed to prop this door open, but you have to leave the axe like horizontal in the door to kind of keep it from closing behind you.
Okay, so you can see as Verna walks in, she's like visibly unsettled by being separated from her axe.
Oh, tough shit.
Yeah, but I just had to say it because like
DM
it's
does
her
not
baby.
All right. So yeah, you guys come in. What you looking for? You want medical supplies? You looking for like journal entries? You looking for?
Well, yeah, if there's journals, but also if there's a sign that of like what goings on happened in here and things that are missing or empty.
Sure.
Yeah.
So looking at the like inside the medical center, you see the shelves are relatively bare. They're covered in dust. Nobody's been in here in probably 200 years, maybe longer. There's a few miscellaneous bottles. There's like some broken glass piled up on the ground.
Does it look like it was shattered from the ship crashing?
After
Or-
500 years, you can't tell.
That's fair.
So that's what
Is
you
there any,
get without a perception roll or anything like that.
Oh, I'll roll perception.
I will also.
Can we both roll perception?
Yeah, perception, investigation.
Neither of us are. Oh no. Yeah, neither of us are smart. So
That's not my problem.
but I got a 17 on perception.
I got
What you got?
an 18.
Cool.
Ooh.
So you both managed to find computer terminals operated by like the hospital staff here. I mean, this is a fairly large facility. It's it's a full-sized hospital almost. Because the ship was dealing with thousands of people. So, you've got the general terminal here. You can possibly get to you can try to find like the head office if you want. You have to figure out how to power these things up a little.
Oh, God. Didn't you just hear? Neither of us are very smart.
That's not
I
my
think
problem. You
with
guys
our
are
powers combined, I think we can turn
Alright.
this on.
you guys are investigating. This is all on you on how you want to try to figure out how to do things.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, Isabel's definitely checking out the main office. See if
Sure.
I have +0. Well, Isabel has definitely seen someone messing with the panels, so she's going
Yeah.
to start. She's going to open up the box and see if she, the wiring compartment, and she's going to
Okay.
try and turn it on.
Sure. How are you trying to turn it on?
I don't. Listen, I'm just as stupid
Well-
as she is. With the problem.
So Verna is gonna radio Hajime,
Oh yeah.
and she's gonna say, Hajime, I got a question, and I don't want you to feel obligated to take action right now. So just, stay where you're at, do what you're doing. Quick question. How would you power on a 500-year-old inactive computer terminal?
Hajime, it's broken. Fix it,
Consider.
or tell me how to fix it. I guess.
Oh.
We're in front of the wire box, if that helps. We can, is there a,
Oh, yes. Let me. Where
We're
are
in the
you?
med bay. I'm in the main office.
Give me like 25, 30
Well,
minutes.
I mean, you don't have to
Oh,
do
you
that.
don't
can
have to
just
do
give
that.
us some
Yes.
instructions.
Yes, I do. This is really complicated. I have
Okay.
to.
This is my favorite part of the radio station.
Right? Listen here, big man. Join us in the hospital. Everything is fine. All of the medicine has been stolen.
Well, I would expect so. The medicine's expensive, and he'll cut comms and head over.
GM, are there any loose papers around? Oh, did we already cover that with perception?
You're not finding any loose papers. Hanging on the wall, though, there is a certificate of a graduation, like a diploma, having what the heck did I have that guy's name? It was really entertaining. It was Dr. Rain, graduated top of their class from Sledge University.
Sledge University.
Prestigious.
Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys did build this ship like near a town. Theoretically, they had doctors and stuff.
I would hope so.
That's true.
So, yeah. Wayland, while we wait for Hajime to join whatever's going on over here, what are you doing?
Oh, what is Wayland doing? He'd probably go outside and do a perimeter of the ship and see if he can find any tracks. It'd probably be a long shot given the age, but
Okay.
The Blackwoods might have left tracks.
Or giant robots. If
something.
they left tracks, they're going to be huge.
Right. Or anything, any kind of tracks.
All right. So again, the ship's about 500 years old. Are you venturing far from the ship? Are you getting on top of the ship? You going to climb the?
Yeah, I'd probably try and
The cliff face that you guys were on when you first discovered the place.
No, he'd probably try to stick close to the ship, like maybe do a pretty tight perimeter around the ship, or
Okay.
if possible, get on top of the ship, like you said, see if there's any kind of evidence of rudimentary buildings left from the people that were here or anything.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you give me investigation for that?
Sure. All right. How about a 9?
All right. So the DC wasn't super high to be able to tell this. Coming off of the south side, you think? And you're not entirely sure with, being on a new planet and whatnot. You would assume south.
Okay.
So right about here, heading in the direction of where the back end of the ship should have been, out by the bays. You will note a significantly younger set of trees. It looks like the trees that were there were probably torn down at some point, or moved through largely. So the trees heading off in this direction are younger than the trees on the other sides.
Oh.
In a fairly wide section.
Okay. So maybe this is where the Blackwoods cut out and busted down the trees and walked this way.
That's one way that you could look at things. I mean, I can't give you more than that with a 9 and
Sure.
The severe passage of time.
Sure. Yeah, he'll speculate. That's probably, that's what he's got.
Yeah. Are you doing anything else while you're outside?
No, he's probably, he's kind of looking at the ship as kind of like a total loss. So I think he'll probably just kind of circle the perimeter, see if he can find anything else useful or interesting.
All right.
That's about it.
You will note some rudimentary, you would assume they were sentinel towers, probably. You can't really tell at this point. There's definitely a turret popped up on top of one of them. But they're all decayed, torn down, definitely built in a rush.
Okay. They kind of try to set up a lookout right off the bat.
Hey, we need to survive for a little bit. Let's just, do something productive.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make note of that.
But nothing that you're going to be able to get anything useful from at this point.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
Before we get to Isabel, Verna, and Hajime, Rob, you doing anything else?
No, after gathering whatever I can salvage, what little bits are here.
Yeah.
I'll head, assuming that that something may or may not go horrifically wrong. I will head over towards the medical bay.
Okay. Roll me a percentile on your way.
Okie dokie. 8. We're getting higher, boys.
Sure, how? But sure. Yeah, so traveling through here, so you managed to come across it's not exactly your lab, but it's like a supply closet almost, that is pried open.
Well, it would be amiss if I didn't stick my head in and investigate.
So looking in there, you find another one of those digital journals. And you will
boy.
recognize it as one of the specific journals used by like the maintenance, the tech crew. Like the engineering core.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll take a look through.
All right. So looking through, why don't you just roll? Give me another percentile. You just flipping through randomly.
Oh, there we go. 87.
Cool. All right. So
Give me the secrets of the universe.
So reading through this, you note a certain passage saying, so somehow we traveled 500 years back in time. I don't understand. Does that mean my grandfather's not born yet? Can I be my own grandfather?
Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I wrote this. But
right.
You did do the nasty and the pasty.
Flipping through a little further, the ship is a total loss. Flipping through again, we're going to move in the direction of Hajime's beacon that was sent out before we crashed.
Oh, interesting.
So, it also says something along the lines of, we know that he's obviously not going to be there yet, but we have hope and trust that he picked a safe landing place for the survivors of the incident.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, I guess we kind of did if we found the little base thing. Cool. All right. I will bring that information with me to the medical bay.
Then yeah, you guys will all regroup there. Hajime and Achilles comes in a little bit later, and after some time, Waylon will join you guys. Hajime tinkering with whatever Hajime tinkers with.
I was gonna come in, come over to whatever computer they were trying to access.
Yeah.
And look to the two of them and be like, all right, it's a very complex and completely technical way to do this. You see, you take this and I'll unplug the computer, and I'll see if my suit will make a plug like it did a few minutes ago.
Yeah, a little cable pops out of your wrist.
Plugs it in.
The terminal lights up.
I immediately unplug it.
All right.
You know what, Hajime? You could just have that.
The terminal powers off.
No, shut up. Hold on. Did the power stay?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go to the data link access panel and see if I could disconnect it like I did when I was going through Woodrow's stuff.
Sure. Give me Arcana.
I don't want the central computer touched.
Give me Arcana, and for those of you listening to this for the first time, the Arcana is our general tech skill. We've rethemed it for this because magic's not a thing.
And also go back and watch season 1.
Yeah, go back and listen to season 1. It was really good.
After my newly expertise Arcana, it goes to a 17.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you managed to disconnect from the main systems.
Okay, then I'll go back over and plug it in.
All right. Yeah, you plug back in, it powers on. You're staring at the.
What are we looking for now?
Well, whatever's there.
Yeah, all right. And I will skim through the last 30 or so reports.
I thought you were going to say skim through the last 500 years.
Yeah, scurvy, rickets, crabs for some reason.
So you see, they treated a whole bunch of initial problems from the crash. Broken bones, concussions, bleeding, stab wounds from debris. One bad case of frostbite from somebody that was almost sucked out of an air vent or an airlock.
Ugh.
Pause.
Yes.
Someone else was almost sucked out of an airlock.
I mean, the ship exploded. There was space.
There was decompressions everywhere. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Not like.
All right. I think as soon as Hajime spots that, he's going to skip past it.
Yeah. No. Not necessarily like a faulty airlock. More like a. Hey, there's space outside and now it's inside and we're concerned. So that's somewhere near the front. Then it goes on to read stuff about treating long-term injuries, removing cast, resetting bones. The doctor has a whole side note about, losing hope and not being able to keep up. There's no way to manufacture new supplies yet. The inventory is running low. We need to figure out what we're going to do. We can't stay here. They hunt at night.
Oh, that's not good. Is there any details there?
Wait.
Oh man, I love that Goosebumps novel.
Just rewind that a minute.
I'll see if there's any. See if I can more focus in on they hunt at night and see if there's any indications of things.
What if Verna's over your shoulder too? Is that helpful?
I will let you read. I will let you roll anything that you think would be helpful in skimming for something along those lines.
I'd say investigation.
That works. Like I said, anything that you think
keeping
I would
an eye out for keeping an eye out for buzzwords.
Yeah.
Taking Verna hanging over the edge, but I will also include William in the data skim real quick, so I can get advantage because he can give help action.
Okay, I have a technical question real quick.
Yeah.
Actually.
I have a technical answer.
Can anyone help? Can anyone give the help action?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was not sure about that because I was like, wait, because I wanted to be like, oh, can I give the help action? And I was like, can I give the help action? So thank you.
Yeah,
we can
by book rules, anyone can give the help action. Some people do table rules where you can only give the help action if you're proficient in that skill.
Okay.
But by the book, anybody can supply the help action.
Got you.
If you're reading a book, you can't really help somebody read a book.
So I can't help. I can't help read a computer.
Well, you could help by trying to open a door or holding the flashlight or
giving extra leverage.
Things that you could genuinely help somebody with in real life.
Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to shut you out, Verna. I was literally being like, you can stare over my shoulder, but there's only so much screen space. But William literally has his own screen in his brain, so
for sure. But I literally was like, is it allowed that I do that? So I was like, oh wait, that's a Ricky needs help moment.
Yeah.
No, okay.
All right. So anyway, circling back.
So my 15 for investigation with advantage.
So with that 15, you'll see a couple of passages about there was another attack. They seem to have raided the lower bays looking for supplies, looking for their power sources. The bird scares me because the bird can be anywhere.
Oh man.
I don't apologize for making it a bird. Birds are cool.
I don't apologize for not trying to talk you out of making into a bird. Birds are cool. Oh, Christ. Whatever that is.
No, you guys had Jesus. You're an Earth colony.
We don't have Jesus.
Now it's Space Jesus.
You know what's really going to fuck you guys up from a timeline standpoint?
Oh no.
This ship
Second coming.
This ship crash landed here before Earthlings ever left the planet Earth.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh man.
Wow. Oh. Where else taste pennies? All right.
Do you smell toast?
Yeah, I think Hajime will stop after 4 or 5 entries and be like, cool.
Yeah. Most of it's just a medical text. Some of it is the doctor's private notes. There was a particularly raunchy section from before the ship crashed about him trying to hook up with one of the nurses.
I hope that nurse survived.
Do everybody a favor.
We'll print that out for later.
Cut that. Oh, we'll print it out, I guess. Achilles.
Look, you got it. There needs to be something done in downtime, and smut is something.
Yeah, I would like to think that in printing it out, it shoots out of William's rear end. That's where the printer is
William does not print. William does not print.
No, William's a printer
William's
now.
a fax machine.
It's canon.
Yes.
No, it's one of the other William copies outside. It's like being in an office and not knowing which printer is what when you first start working there.
Yes.
So you accidentally send smut to the boss's printer.
Funny enough, I've done that.
I believe you is the problem. Why am I not surprised by that?
Anyway, So what you doing now? You've all kind of regrouped here in the hospital.
Was there anything else you wanted from the computer here?
I mostly just wanted to know how to turn it on. I'm glad you did all the work for me.
You're welcome. I'll unplug it from my suit.
The computer instantly turns back off.
Because Isabel,
You can do it
wants
too.
to check if she can do it, so she's going to grab the wire.
Was it? You don't
Like, does it
What is what's your intelligence score?
10?
I hate to say it. No power cable
All right.
pops out.
I look at it kind of mad, and like I push it into my wrist a little bit, which of course is nothing except for just, kind of be uncomfortable.
Tink, tink, tink.
And then I hand the wire to Verna.
All right.
What's your intelligence score, Verna?
That's 13.
You have a little port open up in your wrist.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you wish you could. You wish you had a port to do that. What?
2 power tech, you need an int score of 12. Because you need to know how to make power.
All right.
Rough.
So after that, Verna looks at Waylon and she goes, "Did you go outside? What did you find anything out there?"
I found some young trees
Oh.
and old trees.
They're both out there.
Wow.
They are. No, there's a big patch. It looks, it's just a big trail of like smaller, younger looking trees. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Well, either they did some logging, or that is just the direction that the Blackwoods came from. I'm gonna hope logging.
Yeah, because they hunt at night, right, Hajime?
I'm
Wait, what
leaving.
hunts?
I'm not having this conversation. I need to go check something in my old lab.
Wait, what hunts at night? The Blackwoods?
Apparently,
Yeah, they're alive.
Or is it things that hunt at night?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, Wayland, because I know you're all nature guy and everything. I didn't know if you saw any wildlife or tracks or anything like that.
Nothing really. No, really isn't much around this ship at all. I don't think anything's been here in, a couple hundred years, it looks like.
I mean, judging by the notes that Hajime read off, I would assume it's the Blackwoods.
Now, you would have, Chris, seen, like, standard signs of nature and stuff, but, like, nothing specific that would have jumped out as being problematic or anything like that.
I'll
Birds were
that.
chirping, a couple of deer-like imprints
It was
in
a
the ground.
frankly lovely day.
Just little, like, you're walking through the woods kind of nature. But, like, nothing was jumping out of you as being, like, specific.
Okay. Hey, yeah, I'll relay that then. I mean, it's nothing, just normal stuff, nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing that you guys haven't seen on the 2-day trek to get here.
Yeah.
So they literally abandoned ship. Like, they didn't even make any new, I don't know. It's so weird. I just feel like, wouldn't there be some kind of sign or something that they were here for a few hundred years? I mean, wouldn't they be reproducing and things?
Maybe like here as in like on this planet, but I mean, speaking for myself, I wouldn't want to stay on this hunk of junk for longer than I had to.
Well, that's true.
There was a hasty guard tower put up, a long time ago, it looks like. So, I mean, they were here for a little bit. Who knows how long they stayed after the ship crashed, though.
Well, Hajime, did you say you were going to go to your workshop?
yeah.
All right. I'm assuming I can't help with anything there. I mean,
You might be
there
able
is.
to, actually.
Verna
Whoever
just
wants to
smiles so
possibly
wide.
break something, come with me.
I'm on it. And just to clarify, when they are leaving, she does want to grab her great axe, but then she's like, "All right, everybody's got to leave because I got to take my great axe, and this door is gonna slam shut."
Yeah, roll me sleight of hand.
That's a 12.
Yeah, I mean, you managed to pull it out. I mean, you just barely missed.
Like after everybody leaves, though, right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't lock them in there. Okay, cool.
The Hajime was confused. He was readjusting his belt, and he's now stuck on the other side of the door.
Yes.
No,
That's fine.
Finally,
I know
some
how
peace
to
and quiet.
power the damn door.
no.
I'll just go out the other
close
side of the building.
You close the door after everybody leaves. You just barely missed like crushing a finger pulling the axe out, but yeah, you're good.
That's a freebie.
Look,
Yeah, you got
the DC was 12.
Whew.
So
And Verna's just real excited to be included in something smart.
sure. Whoever is leading the charge, so to speak, down to Hajime's lab, why don't you give me a percentile?
Man, I hope that's
that'll be
Hajime.
me. Yeah, yeet. 10.
God, I
Hey,
keep
yo.
managing those.
So nothing too exciting sticking out at you. But as you make your way down a corridor near one of the, and not exactly an exterior wall, but like 2 rows in from what would be an exterior wall, written, spray painted onto the thing, "Went to coast, be back later."
We got spray paint. Oh, I guess we got spray paint.
Oh, yeah, we have
Yeah, how do you
spray
think I graffitied our ship?
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's not your work. It's very crude and refined.
Oh, yeah, also,
Yeah, no, it
definitely would remember right
no,
now.
it definitely seems like in case anybody finds this ship, this would be information.
Just
I don't
curious.
Like
They came back soon.
like the lost, like Roanoke with the
Yeah, they called the one that went.
Croatoan
They
or
went to
whatever it was.
Croatoan.
Croatoa.
Yes.
think. Yeah, so I don't think they came back soon. Or then
Or
they
they
left
did.
again. Or maybe, oh my God, what if they died in here
No,
and
I
now
think
they're
they'd be
just
skeletons
dust?
at this point. Hey,
Do skeletons last that long? I don't
No.
know. You
500
guys got to
years.
pull me out of this tailspin. I don't like it.
I really
And you're going to hate my office.
it is important for me to ask this right now, simply as the DM speaking to Ricky. Do you know what's going on?
Yeah, the people that were here on the ship, the many thousands of people who crash landed, they spray painted that they went to the coast.
Okay.
Be back soon.
Okay.
And then I'm like, well, maybe they didn't come back because there's no bodies
Okay.
here.
I'm just making sure because before the session we were talking about how you didn't realize that the ship went back in time.
No, I realized the ship went back in time. I thought we also went back in time and were somehow simultaneously forward in
Technically, we're
time.
doing that right now. That's what archaeology is all about, right?
Yes. Okay. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page. Plus, I'm also
I
using this to
appreciate it.
clarify
I appreciate
for the people.
I appreciate you catching me up.
Okay,
Sometimes
cool.
I'm
No.
I'm mustard and I need ketchup.
No, it's all. It's all good. I'm also making sure to clarify that for the people listening at home, or in the car, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I am the everyman.
Okay.
Don't listen to this in the car. We are horrifically distracting.
Or listen to us in the car. Hey, you with the beaver, suck it.
Watch out for traffic. Don't forget to wear your seatbelt, kids.
hey.
That's it. Don't use that turn signal. Who needs them?
All right. Anyway, so after a while, you guys managed to make it down to Hajime's lab. The door is shut, and you have trekked
Fine.
many stairs.
Humans are persistent predators. Our stamina is great.
That's fine.
I will just kind of look at the doors
Okay.
and kind of look around and be like, this might be bad. And I'm gonna dig for wherever the power supply would be for the door, like we did up front, and see if I can get these doors open with my suit.
Yep. Give me your generic tech skill.
Yeah, yeet. 15.
Yep. No problem. You managed to jack in and power on the door.
Cool.
The door slides open with a very loud squeal. Having
Thanks much.
not been touched in years, and sort of in the basement. And yeah.
And these doors I can unplug, and even if it powers down, the doors will stay open because of how they're built,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So
Look, they're
just,
your doors.
we had
if
to
that's-
unplug from the front doors.
Look,
What?
they're your doors. If you tell me that's how they work, that's how they work. Yeah. So as you enter your lab, you are greeted by darkness. The air is stale. It feels like nobody's been in here in ages.
Yes, they rightfully shouldn't have. I look immediately over at the former bunny coffin.
So the case itself is cracked open. There is no more fluid inside, and there's no body.
See? Cannibals.
Well, so much for So much for giving you something to smash, Verna.
Yeah, I was just saying, I hope she's got corporeal form.
Yeah, like
Don't
Bunny
hope that too
was
loud.
able to upload herself to robots.
Well, if the
I'm worried about where Bunny is. All right.
well, I assume she's probably controlling the Blackwoods if the Blackwoods are hooked to the ship, and maybe she just took her body and buried it, kind of give it a burial and forget what she was.
Nah, she ate it to gain its power.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna go ahead and look around, like up at the ceiling and everything. Is it like a hole where a Blackwood would have reached into the ceiling or something?
Not a hole. One of the walls is kind of caved in, and possibly could have fit a Blackwood arm through here at some point. But outside of it right now, it is dirt and mud and, 500 years worth of erosion. So possibly?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, possibly. That's the best answer I can give you.
Possibly
I'll
a
take
scary
possibly.
outcome.
So, could she be controlling all the Blackwoods at once?
I mean, she was controlling a whole ship
wouldn't
for a
she just be in
while,
one
so.
of them?
Arguably, she could program them, give them basic AI.
Another theory could easily be, and one that I fear might be the case, is when she had her little snap at the end there, much like when a person suffers a real flesh and blood psychotraumatic break, you could develop a split personality disorder. And each one of those personalities, being digital, could have just taken a body and said, "Fuck you, it's mine."
Man, you've given this a lot of thought, haven't you, buddy?
Ever since we left the ship.
But
I'll
you're
take
on
down
the
each
ship.
one of them personalities.
We may have to. All right. The important reason why we're here. Hajime's going to go over to the desk where he was always at sleeping.
Yeah.
And he is going to open one of the bottom drawers and see if there is still a bottle of whiskey in there.
You know what?
Come on, flip a
Give me a
coin.
percentile.
Oh, god damn it. Closest thing to a coin we've got.
No, it's fine. We're going even or odds.
92.
You have a bottle of whiskey.
He just picks this thing up and goes, oh,
That aged 500 years.
right. He's gonna pack that into Woodrow's little
Wilson.
saddlebag sack
William.
and put that on Woodrow.
William.
William.
Woodrow was the captain.
Yeah, I'm gonna pack it.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna pack it in Woodrow's sack.
Woodrow's corpse. Yeah, no.
my.
William put William back up with his old bag or baggies, and then
Yep. No problem.
Look back
Feel
to the
free to
group
add that to your inventory.
well,
Oh.
500-year-old.
Yeah, but once you
go.
take it out of the barrel, age stops being a good thing, really. Right?
Oh yeah, but it could also very well be the best
yes and
Molotov
no.
we have.
Oh.
Technically, it was stored in a dark, relatively cool place. So arguably, it's still technically aging.
Yeah.
Not as well and not as gracefully, and it's probably going to taste a little like jet fuel. But that's most of the best booze does, Vernon.
It actually might be the smoothest thing you've ever tasted.
I hope it
Yes.
tastes like jet fuel.
Well,
only
I
one way.
miss jet fuel.
Only one way to find out.
All right, so you're down in Hajime's lab. What else we doing?
I don't know. Do we want to? I'm gonna look around see if I can find any journals left by his. What Achilles classifies as Hajime's creepy attendants.
Sure. Roll investigation.
We know that guy died.
I will. Investigation. 27.
Cool. You find the journal according to Fred.
Fred.
No, that was that guy.
Is Fred the one that inadvertently killed Verna's parents?
No, that guy got
That was the
sucked
other
in.
guy.
Ah, that's right. That was that guy.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
right.
that guy's also dead.
All right, I'll kind of pick up the little digital journal and hand it to Hajime. Maybe this has answers. I do not speak your level of weird, so
Fred doesn't speak my level of weird either, but I understand his chicken scratch. We'll plug it in.
that's
Cool.
good.
Roll investigation, Pat.
Investigation. 24.
Wonderful. About halfway through the journal, the entries seem to shift from generic lab speak to Attention, future Hajime, or attention, present Hajime, from past Fred.
All right, he was a little bit of a clever son of a bitch. Oh, let's see.
So he goes on to note that due to the nature of the ion engines that were powering the ship and a gravity well that they were propelled into as the explosion went off, they have managed to be sent back in time. Based on star maps, it has been about 540 years, give or take.
540. Well,
Give or take. They noted that they were able to crash within a couple hundred miles of the beacon that you had sent out and they had recorded before being sent through the gravity well. They have mapped a cave near where you guys were landing and will be setting up a pseudo-permanent structure as this ship is no longer safe.
we found him
Found what?
where everybody went, at least, or the most of it.
All right, well, don't keep us in suspense, buddy.
That cave
Oh,
Wait, the one we already looked in?
that we're living in right now, yeah.
Oh.
What?
well, at least that explains the command center and the,
Daggers?
yeah, superhero get-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll skim through. Is there any, like, noted code or something that I might be able to find in the command center computers if we go back?
We can deal with that when you go back to the base. There's nothing that you'll really be able to access from here.
I'm saying, like, he didn't leave, like, a digital signature or footprint or something.
Not that you can tell. This is very much a rudimentary journal. It is like the equivalent of an iPad.
Yeah. Okay.
A rudimentary iPad. They're very advanced, right? Like
Love,
iPads
you guys have giant robots, and you're wearing what you can assume is magical tech-based armor.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's all magic to Verna.
this is the future, and an iPad is like a loose leaf journal.
It's like an iPad 1.
Yeah.
Rolling the antiquated piece of junk. No. But, yeah, Hajime will sit down and goes, yeah, okay. Well, I didn't have my, cathartic moment with the dead girl, so I suppose I'm done here.
Okay.
Anything else you want to look for?
No, my workshop is floating amongst the debris in space.
With a vending machine.
My workshop is over here and over there, and I think some of it's over there.
It's about right.
Oh, come on. This entire time, Isabel has been opening drawers because this is the first time she's been allowed in Hajime's lab, and she just wants to touch his things.
Aww.
Cool. Roll. You know what? Give me investigation.
Okay. It's a flat test. That's a flat, no modifier roll, so anything could happen.
That's just a drawer full of spiders.
I hope so. That is a 4.
You find a protractor.
Game effect game.
That's all I can give you with the 4.
I'm more of a fan of semi.
I just wanted to touch Hajime's stuff, but that's all I wanted.
That's fair. You will also note, because I will give it to you with the 4, it is fairly obvious. One of the drawers definitely at one point had just a vial of acid that has leaked through the drawer and like melted
you had
the
a vial
bottom
of
half of the
acid?
desk.
You don't need more. Well, it's under the floor now.
Yeah.
Slowly burrowing to the center of this planet.
Oh no, it's only got an air shelf life of like.
Not your problem anymore. It's down there.
Okay, maybe it is at the. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, it's not my problem. Except it probably will become my problem.
All right. So, you guys doing anything else down here? You want to try to return to like the command center? You gonna explore the ship anymore?
Is there anywhere else in the ship we haven't gone? I want to find Blueberry's quarters.
You know what? Give me 1 second.
See if I can find her Idiot's Guide to War Crimes.
Yeah, you know what? It's on this half of the ship. I'll allow it.
Fantastic.
So,
To the blue room.
yeah.
While Achilles is doing that, Verna's gonna go to a different place. So she's not gonna go with Achilles.
Okay. Anywhere specific?
Well, actually, can she go to the room that she and Allenby would have lived in?
Yeah, I'll allow that. It was on the same floor as your parents' place.
Sweet. She's just looking for something sweet to bring back for Al.
Oh, sure. I mean, you managed to get there and get the door open with no problem. What you grabbing for?
Is there like a, like a tchotchke of the relationship? Maybe a stuffed animal. It would be dusty, probably, but maybe there's something.
The stuffed animal probably would have deteriorated beyond use at this point. Like picking it up and it would crumble to dust.
Right.
So you would need something like solid, made of metal or stone.
Yeah.
Or...
So I think one of the things that that Verna had asked Achilles to craft would have been a bracelet for Allenby. And it has a little charm that has an A on it. And on the other side of the bracelet, there's a little charm that has a V. And so she would look for that.
Sure. What is the bracelet made of?
Metal.
Knowing what I make most of my things made out of, it would be titanium.
Yeah. I mean, you're able to find that. It's a little bent. Definitely dirty. It's not where you left it, but that's to be expected. The ship crashed. It looks like somebody had slept here. Like other people had been in this room since the ship had crashed. Just kind of like needing a bed to sleep in with half the ship missing.
Right.
So.
All right. Well, having found that, Berna feels complete with that, and so she would try to find the rest of the group.
Okay. Do you know where the group is going?
But yeah, she would have heard Achilles say that. Where were you going again?
I love it. Blueberry's room.
Okay, yeah. She would have heard Achilles say that he was going to Blueberry's room, so that's probably where she would head. And if they weren't there, she would radio them and be like, "Where are you guys?"
You know what? Roll Arcana. See if based on where they're at and where you were coming from, you're covering a vast distance here through a lot of metal. So roll your tech skill and see if your signal's getting through.
All right, so got a total of 17.
All right, yeah. I mean, you managed to get through. It
Nice.
feels delayed and a little spotty almost, but you managed to get a hold of it.
All right, so she's sweating for a minute, but then she's like, "Okay, we're good."
It just takes a second to connect. So, is anybody else doing anything before we go to Blueberry's room? Anybody else looking for anything?
No.
Not really. I think I'll tag along to Blueberry's room.
All right. So you guys get there to Blueberry's quarters, a few floors away, near the front of the ship, but all the way up at the top. You come to the door. It is locked once again. You know, just depowered and shut.
All right. I'll plug the power line into my suit.
All right. I assume you can beat a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. So the only person that can't open doors is Isabel.
That is correct.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because technically with his item, Chris has a higher int score than me and Hajime.
That's
As the door opens, you see Waylon just kind of slowly like tuck his maul back away.
Sorry, buddy. Maybe the next one.
yeah. So you managed to open the door and step inside.
Cool. I'm gonna take a look around and see if I can find any like digital journals or recordings or anything.
Yeah. So stepping in, roll an investigation.
Sure. Yeah. And I'm gonna use Flash of Brilliance to make that a 25.
That's fine. You didn't need to.
Just in
That's
case.
fine. So you managed to find Blueberry's journal. It is sitting on her desk. The room itself seems rather untouched, despite like you having gone through a crash. Like the bed is made. Like the room being 500 years old isn't spotless, but it was spotless. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll skim through the journal and I'll start with the latest entry just to see if Blue actually made it through the crash.
Cool. So the last journal entry that you see is from the morning of the crash.
Okay.
Just, today we're approaching this planet. We should be in range sometime around midday.
Okay.
my friendship with Woodrow grows a little warmer, and I think that things are progressing.
All right, so nothing after that.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I mean, I'll let the group know that there's nothing in the journal after the morning before our little debacle.
Huh.
So not sure if Blue survived that crash or not. All right, now I'm gonna rummage to see if she has a stash of booze.
Yeah. All right. Roll for it.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Give me that good advantage. That is a natural 20 for a 28.
Cool. You managed to find a full bottle of gin.
Oh,
I kind of hold it up and like, well, it's better than nothing, and I'll slide it into my backpack.
Same.
Christmas tree. What?
I like gin.
me too.
I do not, but it'll do in a pinch.
I agree. I do not.
Could
I
look for a
think
stash of tonic.
With our
No, just-
powers combined, we could make
I mean, you
water.
can try, but it's probably going to be flat.
Yeah, there's got to be something like I know there's meat berries, but like I wonder if there's like a lime
I wish there
equivalent.
wasn't. I'm gonna be real.
The tonic cactus.
It's just a fizzy cactus.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yes.
It's
You
the
smack it, it just
quenchiest.
explodes.
Oh, instead of spikes, it's bubbles. I love
Yeah,
that.
it'll quench you.
Yeah. All right. So, you doing anything else here?
I have nothing else to do. Anybody else need to go to any parts of the ship?
Nope, not really.
All right, I'm going to use my fun new gadget since I was able to adjust my infusions while we were in our rest on our way here. And you see Achilles' armor come up over his back, and from the back plate, a small little robotic person pops off and starts
You
to
have a
hover
friend.
over his shoulder.
Okay.
You have a
For those wondering, this is the artificer infusion homunculus servant.
Ooh.
So I'm going to send the homunculus servant kind of like out and up over the ship and have it do a beacon scan.
Cool.
To see if there's any more of our tech in the general vicinity. I don't know if we actually dictated how far our personal scans can go. I think it was like 10 miles.
Yeah, something along those lines. And using the technology from the ships back at the home base, you're able to scan further than that.
Right, but I just want to do kind of a general scan and see if there's any more of our tech within our the 10 miles that I can scan.
There's some miscellaneous pings in the woods. Nothing that's like popping up as large. Probably just shit that
nothing
broke off the ship.
nothing more than like fragments of the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, William's got some competition, huh, Hajime?
Cool. So it'll fly back down and connect back with the back plate of my suit, and I'll de-equip the suit down to my waist again.
All right.
William doesn't have competition. William is perfection.
You're not wrong.
He's something.
He's a good
Mark.
boy.
But yeah, I don't have anything else. Y'all want to
Yeah.
start heading back?
Sure, they're getting worried about us by now.
Yeah, I'm good to head back.
Yeah, I guess so.
I have one thing I want to see about.
Sure.
Sure.
I want to see if I can locate a current active source of of some kind of signal to see if there's like a central command point for these William clones.
I see. Okay.
Because he wants to see if there's a way he can reassign the designation to where everybody is settled now, so these things aren't just guarding a empty, useless wreck.
Sure. Yeah, go for it. Roll me tech.
Roll your tech. Okay. A 13 in total.
As far as you can tell, the signal's most likely coming from the bridge.
All right. Oh, to the bridge, William. Just toddle off, and I will see if I can either redesignate their guard location, or if it needs to be make William the home point, if you will.
Give me a percentile. We're playing evens or odds here.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
50.
cool. So you're probably going to have to assign them to William for the time being, but you will most likely be able to reassign them when you get back to the base.
Yeah, I figured as much. Like, use some of the computers as essentially use William as a switch point. I get you. So yeah, I will hook him up and do that.
All right, that's fairly simple. If nobody has anything else they want to do, we're going to speed run back to home base because, you know, you've already trekked through the woods. There's nothing we have to do at the moment.
Alright, fast travel point.
Yeah. So after, you know, about 2 days of travel, you manage to cross the hill back towards the cave, and we will actually cut here for the night, I think.
All right, sounds good to me. Let me
I'm gonna get so much sleep.
let me stop the recording now.
Before you do, Rob. Oh, all right. Well, just because I end all of them this way, any questions, comments, or concerns about this session?
I am concerned about fighting my own robot. But like that's gonna be great.
Nope.
Well,
Well, yeah.
I'm concerned about fighting your robots. Wait till you see my robot.
yeah. All right. Then with that, I'm going to end tonight's game. Thank you all for listening, and, you know, like and subscribe. Join us on the Storm Gaming Alliance YouTube channel, and we're on Spotify and I think Apple Play. Yeah.
Yeah, Apple
Yeah.
Podcast, yep.
Yeah, join us on applepie.com or whatever it is. I will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Freedom.
Okay.
No, I'm not touching daggers with any of you. Oh, that sounds terrible. Enough with this conversation.
Come on, Hajime, just the tip.
Hajime, we've been together for this long. Come on.